Cake here from Normal Minecart, and welcome to another top 7 list of my top 7 guest characters for Dead by Daylight. I have decided to do a second one because of the fact that some of my picks made it onto an official Dead by Daylight survey, but also I have remembered some more horror characters I could totally see being in Dead by Daylight, so you will see some old and new faces on the list. So anyways, on to the... My number 7 pick is Candyman from the Candyman series. Now, a lot of you might find this weird considering that Candyman was mentioned in the survey and the fact that he is a popular option for a future guest character. Well, the main reason I put him on the last spot of the list is due to the recent passing of the Candyman actor, Tony Todd. Now, yes, I know that behavior could simply get the rights to Tony Todd's likeness and get a sound alike. It just wouldn't feel the same at all without the legendary Tony Todd. My number 6 pick is the killer from the upcoming Hard Eyes. Now, you would think that this should be lower due to the fact that the movie isn't even out and the fact that we barely know anything about the killer or the characters for possible survival roles, but I wanted to put the killer here because I really do like the look of the character. Well, yes, his mask is the only thing special about him. I just really like the mask and its glowing red hard eyes. It's so cool. My number 5 pick is Santa from Santa's Slay. Now, besides Michael Myers, we don't really have a holiday-themed killer, so I think this take on Santa would be a perfect fit for Dead by Daylight. Now, you would think that this could simply be replaced by Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night, but here's the thing about this take on Santa. This version of Santa is actually a demon who is played by pro wrestler Bill Goldberg. And in my honest opinion, that's a lot better than just some guy in a Santa suit. Obviously, the killer is Santa, the map would be Hell, Michigan, and the survivor would be Nicholas Yulson. My number 4 pick is actually two characters in the form of Edward Carnby and Emily Hartwood from Alone in the Dark. The original Alone in the Dark actually came out before Resident Evil and somewhat recently got a remake that, from what I've seen, is pretty good. So the survivors would be Edward and Emily, the killer would be Ezekiel Burgitz, and the map would be the Durkito Mansion. I'm very sorry if I mispronounce anything. Now this pick will seem odd, but my number 3 pick is John Carpenter himself. Now we have already had an actor in the form of Nicolas Cage be added to Dead by Daylight, so why not a director? So I decided to have the legendary John Carpenter be my number 3 pick. Especially since it would be funny seeing Michael Myers chase down John Carpenter for letting Rob Zombie remake Halloween. Which, speaking of Rob Zombie, my number 2 pick is Rob Zombie. Well, yes, we have had tons of skins of musicians, mostly rock bands. We have never had a musician as an actual playable character. And because Rob Zombie's works are mostly in the horror genre, I think he would be a perfect fit for Dead by Daylight. Also, it would be funny seeing Michael Myers chase down Rob Zombie for remaking his movies. Before I get to my number 1 pick, here are my honorable mentions. Eminem, AVGN, Wendigo, MatPat, Enderman, Baraka, The Rake, The Medic, Stitched Together Pictures, Vaughn, Urban Spook, Postra, finally, Chainsaw Man. Anyways, time to get to my number 1 pick. And finally, my number 1 pick, The Guy from Disturbed. Disturbed is my main favorite heavy metal band, and The Guy is the most badass looking mascot for a heavy metal band. And because we already have multiple skins of musicians' characters, I think it's about time we have one as a killer. And The Guy is a perfect choice for that. Anyways, this has been my second list of guest characters I'd love to see in Dead by Daylight. I've been wanting to do some more top 7 lists for a bit, and I decided to do a second part to my first top 7 guest characters for Dead by Daylight list. Also, feel free to tell me your picks for guest characters for Dead by Daylight, and feel free to share your thoughts about my picks in the comment section below because I really love the interactions. Anyways, that was it for this video. Make sure you all subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye!